purity.
What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 88 of my Total Warhammer 3 Boris Ursus and Zanaviev campaign. So as we saw last time, we sallied out of Zoishank, and me, being an idiot, didn't realize that the garrison had brought along the Ataman as part of it, and the Ataman got killed in the battle, because I wasn't really paying attention, because I figured, oh, you know, garrison forces, who cares, right? And yeah, with the death of the Ataman, we are going to have to replace one. On the bright side, it seemed that it was not an old Ataman, and it did not have a lot of buffs to it, and we did, by virtue of doing that, decide that the Howling Wastes are going to be a better investment anyway, as this place will be generating more money. So, you know, not horrible at the end of the day. Plus, Ivory Road, once it's built up with a gold mine and everything here maxed out, might also be generating more cash. I'm not 100% sure, but we've got 4 more markets that are going to pop up here, plus the gold mine, which itself generates 1,600. So it might be another spot that'll be good for the Ataman. We also got a really nice battle out of Yarogny last episode, where he let his axes do a lot of work upon the enemy, plus the entire army did well, so that was a pretty fun assault of the Forbidden Citadel. Now, let's see what we gotta do this time, shall we? In terms of buildings, it's nothing, but in terms of other stuff, it may be something. I actually can't remember. We set up the ambush last episode of Svetlana Aristo and of this little army. I can't remember, did we set those up at the end of this turn or last turn? Because they can move now. So this is either a bug in the game or a bug in my memory, i.e. I just forgot to move them at the end. So anyway, fortunately, either way, you're gonna be dead. And presuming that we got no item out of that, which we did not. Oh wow, we succeeded with 2 ally missions by virtue of using an ally. Lovely. And then you are gonna get returned now, because I don't think we have any further use for you, at least not here. Ah man, more of these damn agents. Where are these even coming from? We closed all the rifts, I guess they need to be killed. I'm gonna hope that our allies just do it for us. Alrighty, so you're good. And then the same thing is happening here, if you can actually reach them. Yes, you can. Oh, maybe we could sail you out and grab that free stuff to Mysterious Island as well.
Remember your training.
I also gotta remember to get you a Hellstorm. A rocket battery.
No need for one.
Alright, nice. I don't care about the Priest of Tal, but there we go. You can move into Siak Track and maybe get a new mortar, or rather a new Hellstorm rocket battery. We're probably going to keep this army as it is, though, because it's just here to be a defending army. And not like a Belena the Defender caliber defending army. Just a random defending army. Marat Fedosov, you're actually in the same sort of situation, except I'm going to delete you as soon as the Tzeentch corruption is gone. Looks like we're not getting any Nurgle corruption despite this guy being here, but I'm almost tempted to make an assassin. You know what, we're probably going to need at least one assassin down here somewhere. The problem is, we need to be able to build Patriarchs somewhere nearby. Okay, you can build Patriarchs, eh? At Zarnagrand. Alright, we'll move around there. Okie dokie, and I believe now that's it in terms of moves. Oh, wait, Alexander Christina, you can move towards Kirik Vrag. And away from that plague. Oh, these plagues everywhere. I do find it strange that ruins can be plagued up. You know, like, if it's empty of anything, well, I guess it could be just a pile of plaguey corpses that if you go in there, then you get plagued up. But yeah, fair enough. Convinced myself there. Okie dokie. Ooh. Also, there have been a few suggestions in terms of the names. Oh, we can't. Okay. Oh, don't tell me we can't spell it. Wait. Frost Engineer Alexander Castina. Okay, we'll just go with Frost Engineer Castina then. Wait, can you do a... There we go, just so we remember who you are. Oh, huh, it doesn't display the dot. Oh, that's interesting. I also liked the suggestion of making it Engine Seer, but that's also... it feels wrong. It feels wrong. Frost Engineer... Then it just looked like a Castina. But whatever, we know what it means. Alexander Castina, you're gonna be the Frost Engineer, and Yarogny... Oh, now here's a problem. Can we put Zanaviev here? Yes, we can. Okay, good. Yarogny, Zanaviev. Axe of Ursun. There we go. Huh, commas... I think commas do work. Let me do this. What will this do? Ah, it'll put a space. Alright, fine. No space it is. I can't fit a comma there, it won't let me. Oh well. It doesn't really matter that much. There we go. Uragni's Anavia Vax of Ursun. I love it. I wish we had like custom titles that you could give lords. I mean, sort of like we did, but like actual titles for the lords. Anyway, I believe that's it for this turn. Let us go next. There's an imminent rebellion somewhere, but I feel like it's somewhere where we don't care. So let us... Wait, you're not gonna get attacked right now, are you? No, but Boris most likely is. So let's keep an eye on Boris, shall we? Because this could be a very dangerous fight, and if it is, at the very least, it'll be a fun cinematic battle. A Legion of Chaos still moving around in the realms of chaos. Hopefully they come back and stop wasting their time there. Alright, moment of truth, rogue armies. Will you attack Boris? No, it looks like they won't. Oh, they're gonna... Really, you ran from Boris? I mean, it makes sense, it's just that... Feels a little bit odd. Alright, we'll try to chase him down, I guess.
On your feet.
Go after him, Boris. We'll build the Karakazorn, and let's build this while we're here, though. I'll immobilize against Settlement. Settlement receives Plague, Blackfang. Didn't you already have a Plague? I guess this is a new Plague. Oh, wow, 8 turns. Yeah, we really want to keep away from that. Some training has been completed, which we will take a look at in a second. Also, Ataman's at the High Pass. Province first or Traditionalist? We're not going to be recruiting any infantry here, so Province first it is. Alrighty, speaking of Atamans, while we're here, you, my friend, need to be replaced. So we are going to... What the heck do I delete you? Do I just... I know I've done this before, but I don't remember how exactly. Do we just summon you and then delete you? Wait. Lord Ataman. I think that's what we do. You are in... Where? Black Fortress is the Howling Wastes. Where are you, Howling Wastes? Right here. Pator Slacta, Placator. So we're currently at 8046. We're gonna recruit you. Then this will open up this place. So Pator Krasny here. And then we're gonna immediately delete you. And I just want to double check. You do still have the exact same sort of thing as the Boyars. Yeah, and it looks like you do. Doesn't look like there's anything unique here. Other than, I think, Heroic Resilience, which Boyars might not have. Or maybe they do, I don't remember. Yeah, see, it just... You're just a Boyar here. You're not an Ataman. Alright, then away you go. And now we're back at 8046. Okay, that all worked out, and I'm happy with it. Next up, Ice Court. First of all, let's go Tempest you, and then we'll do Ice with you. And just so I don't forget, let's just go double Tempest and then double Ice. Though honestly, I really prefer the lore of Ice, but, you know, just for variety's sake. Uragni. Now, the question for you is whether you try to go around, take the Altar of Spawns, and go this way, or whether you try to take the Tower of Crag and then possibly fight Scarbrand. I really want to fight Scarbrand, even though I think we should attack the Altar of Spawns. I feel like we move this way just to get the potential fight out of this. I just gotta be careful about like an army belonging to Tzeentch forces teleporting and attacking the Forbidden Citadel while it's pretty badly beat up. I guess we'll see. Alrighty, that's you guys. Next up, Boris has moved, Uragni has moved, Beledna. You are gonna freely take Rosh. Gotta keep an eye on any enemy stacks though. Let us auto-resolve this. A little bit of damage to our melee units. Enemy hero action success chance, sure. Midland is now secured. You have no corruption, so we can immediately switch you to Awaken the Land and keep you as you are. Now, you are probably gonna take Aleheart. Yeah, they're probably gonna take Gristle Valley and all this stuff. Alright, well, leave them to it, I guess. As long as they don't take the stuff that we want, I'm reasonably happy with it. You try to take Brass Keep. Why has nobody taken Brass Keep? I don't understand. I swear I saw armies moving out here, and then now they're not doing so. I don't know. I don't understand how you managed to fail at that one, guys. Come on. Tsarina Katrin, you know where you're going. And assassins, you need to find targets for your assassinations. Ooh, another stack coming in from Scrag. Gonna be concerning. Where's the other assassin? You're right here. Go after Demahar. Ifania, please. We should also double check our Patriarchs to see if we got a new one, like a decent one. There we go, a nice success. And what do we got? Knowledgeable. Damn. Hoping for something better. Svetlana, can you go after Mr. Bloodfeaster? I mean, you can. The question is, how far will he run when he sees you? Which makes me think that we should probably go into ambush stance right outside Yechich on this side. So he doesn't think we're here and I'm about to attack him before he attacks Epoxy. Although I really don't want him to attack Epoxy. He could attack the other ones as well, and there's really nothing we can do to stop him. So we'll just go into ambush. Briefly, however, we'll switch off Awaken the Land and we'll go into... You know what? Go into Purge's Steps. In fact, if he runs while we're purging steps, that's actually okay. So you know what? Don't ambush, don't bother. Follow him. He's got 20% less movement speed, or he will. Not this turn, but next turn, but we'll lead him around like this. And then Krakadrak, level 4 now, so Lower City Ramparts, Siok Traken... just upgrade. And we'll upgrade Winterpire afterwards. Then you are gonna get us some Gem Cutter's Workshop. And I guess we need a market here, don't we? We already have the growth building, and the growth here is pretty good. Yeah, let's just go for market. Time for this place to actually be generating some money rather than just being a drain on resources the entire time. And oh, that actually got us another Ataman, which is good because Doko Ungalov plus 10%, eh? Now, there should be a place that's going to start... I'm actually thinking River Linsk. We might be better off moving you somewhere else, like for example to Northern Oblast. We're not going to delete you because you have Pioneer, but 10% income is really good. You know what, we could send you somewhere temporarily like the Cursed City, which is not generating that much income. Looks like Eastern Oblast is generating some. 2200, a little bit better. A little bit better here at the World's Edge Mountains. Probably don't want to be nickel and diming this much. Fine, alright. You, Doko, you're gonna go briefly into the World's Edge Mountains, and then we're gonna pop you into the River Linsk afterwards. There we go, 10th Ataman. Nice. Never thought I'd have this many, to be honest. Oh man, remembering the start of the campaign with our money woes, that was, those were interesting times. Alright, you should probably... I mean, this is gonna hurt. You're going to lose so many... Oh man, you're really not good at... taking these provinces. We could try risking some attrition by going into ambush right here. It probably won't succeed, but you know, who knows? Oh! What if this guy grabs it and then we attack him and take his stuff? Who's Bloodmaw again? Oh, it's these guys back here, eh? I was going to attack these guys later on anyway. You know what? It's a possibility. The problem there, of course, is that we have nobody to ask them to deal with this with. And they are all the way out here. They're not at war with anybody that we can talk to, are they? Wait, Tusked Sons. If we ask you to join war against Bloodmaw, will you allow it? Yes, you will. Okay, no, okay, we're good. We're good. So we're free to attack those guys if they do this. And then we won't have to sacrifice our units. Alright, that one worked out. Praise be to Dodge. Assassin, you should chase either this next Demahar, or you could try going after Zestimals up here. Kind of unclear where Zestimals is going, but... Oh! Your success chance is low because you just succeeded. Alright, fine, fine. Go after Demahar then. Svetlana Ritstow back into Siok Traken. Are you gonna stop because Svetlana's there? Oh, you can't. No. Actually, while we're here, you delete. And... Ah, we're 1 point away. Okay, we'll just do this next turn. Ooh, also, before I forget... Oh, no, wait. I just realized. I wanted a Hellblaster volley gun in this army. which means not building it here. Alright, fine. Let's check our other allies. Let's see if there's anything useful that we can get here. Still no artillery available from our dwarven allies. Auckland, no. The artillery that I want. Because the artillery works pretty well without upgrades, that's the thing. Since we don't have access to the Imperial Red Line, obviously. Oh well. Evelina Shevchenko. Oh, I want to see something here. So currently, this province makes 5246. If we move you here, let's see if it changes. $52.91. Okay, an extra 50. Okay, and then you can live here now. And goodbye. We will never do anything with you again. In fact, you are going to change to money. There we go. Just so I don't confuse you. All right, Belovenko. You know what? While we do this, just so that I continue not being confused, Tech Thief. And then Beledna the Critical Failure. I'm going to keep you as your name because I'm attached to it, but, you know. You're also technically a Tech Thief. Steel Tech from Gorcel. Gets a higher chance because this thing's on guard, since settlements have the on guard thing now, essentially. And there we go, nice. And you got yourself a war bear that you do not need, which we will delete later. Still gotta get this stuff, but let's get steel tech upgraded. Good. A little bit of admin in this episode, I will admit. But our empire is pretty big at this stage, so it shouldn't be all that surprising. Beledna, now you need to go here to Black Gulch and Steel Tech, though we will probably lose sight of Scarbrand for doing so. And I do believe that's everybody. Svetlana's good, Marat is good in the sense that he's going to stick around for a few more turns until we delete him. Sylvania needs at least one turn. Oh, wait. Are we ready to collect income from here? Yes, I think we are. What are we at here? 92. Yeah, we're good. All right, Waldenhof, upgrade. Good, and now we're back over 10k. Beautiful. Let's get the rest of the buildings done. The Great Hall of Greece is first, of course, because we got to get that gold mine up and running. Howling Wastes, Black Fortress upgraded, which also means we no longer need you, and we do need everything else. Okay, Mountains of Morn. Do we collect income here? No. And Forbidden Citadel? Yes, still no. Possibly never. You're probably going to rebel either way. Might have to move Urogny back there, in fact. And then lastly, Eastern Oblast, Igorov, you just lost your church, and we will replace that with a farmstead. Alrighty. Well, looks good to me, and that sounds like an end turn. I'm hoping that this guy goes after us here. I'm almost tempted to put you back into Purge's Steppes in case he tries to run. We can't leave him out here, that's the thing. Alright, go for Purge the Steppes. We've now done Purge the Steppes in several locations, and I gotta remember where it was. So that's here and here. Because we gotta keep awakening the land everywhere else. I do wish we didn't have to use Boris to chase him around, but oh well. End the turn, and let's see what we got. Every time. I need to stop looking at Ventress Death Metal, and hello, you are going to attack Sapuxi directly. Okay, well, considering there are two Bloodthirsters on the field here, this should be a fairly difficult fight, so that sounds like it's worthy of a cinematic. If we lose, at least it'll be a glorious last stand, and either way, the army that's right here is going to be able to retake it. So I think, ultimately the consequences won't matter, but these guys should still make a fight of it, so here we go. Alrighty, here we go. Will this be a last stand, or won't it? I think we got a pretty good chance. Our army is similarly sized to the enemy army, though of course they do have some elites like Bloodthirsters and Minotaurs. On the other hand, we got a couple of our own elites, unbuffed as they are, Zargard X2, as well as our Ice Guard with Glaives. Would be nice to have a Warbear Rider garrison, but hey, you can't have everything. Now, we also have one other advantage, as you guys probably know by now since I've been singing its praises for quite a while. I like this map. I really, really like this map, as we have won by virtue of this map quite a lot of times, in various campaigns in fact. There's a lot of places that give advantage. Here you could put your units and fire down on enemies via ranged. It's got two main choke points coming into the main location, where essentially you can have one force blocking several choke points at once, or at least laying down fire on several choke points, which is really quite nice. Weirdly enough, this time it'll be a little bit off, as in we'll be using primarily this choke point over here, as it seems like the enemy wanted to get its Bloodthirsters there as well. Thus we've set up most of our range, almost all of our range in fact, over on this side, because the goal is to hopefully destroy those Bloodthirsters before they can do too much damage. Without the Bloodthirsters, I don't think the enemy army has too much of a prayer, but anyway, we'll see if that is effective. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to use two of our Kosovo dervishes to try to lead as many of the enemy forces, including that Herald of Khorne, away. That is an Exalted Bloodthirster unit, a regular, or Bloodletter rather, unit, as well as a regular Bloodletter and a Chaos Warriors of Khorne with Halberd, so quite a bit invested in that, and if we could trade all that for the Kosovo dervishes, I think that's more than enough. Alright, time to shut up and watch the battle. Alrighty, first of the enemy Bloodthirsters is coming, and all of our range units focusing him down at the same time. Let's see how much damage you will have suffered. About maybe 30% HP before you get to land, and it looks like you're gonna land on the Zargard. This is both good and bad in various ways. Good in the sense that it's not bothering our range units, bad in the sense that our range units will most likely be doing at least some damage to our Zargard by virtue of a friendly fire. Enemy's also gonna make a good move by summoning its Bloodletters on top of our units of looks like our armored Khazars here, but it does also look like it was a good move. Oh, down goes Bloodthirster 1. Not too bad. How many seconds in? And not even a minute in, and probably 30 seconds of engagement. Bye, buddy. You didn't get too much slaughtering done. You look a little bit upset about it. I can see why. That might be a little bit upsetting. The rest of the enemy forces, of course, coming in. We still have to deal with those Bloodletters. As I was saying, we had two units of our armored Khazars right behind those Zargard. I actually put those up thinking that the enemy would be able to break through our lines with that Blood Shrine of Khorne, but it looks like it worked out well, as the Bloodletters will be fighting the armored Khazars. Though I do want to point out that the Bloodletters are absolutely ripping these armored Khazars apart, and these are summoned units. I mean, look at this. On paper, 3426 damage with weapon strength at 34 should be much, much weaker than them higher armored, higher melee attack, higher melee defense, and higher weapon strength damage. But the armored Khazars are getting absolutely destroyed here. I do wonder why. On paper, the armored Khazars should destroy these guys, but I panicked a little bit at this point and start to back them off so our range units could all focus this Bloodletter unit down, because the armored Khazars were not going to do it for us. Fortunately, the Zargard are holding the line. They will continue to do so. In the meantime, the other unit, the other Bloodthirster, has landed, and we have summoned our Elemental Bear to block it, while any spare ranged units are going to try to focus it down. This, I think, is probably the best use of the summoned Elemental Bear, because obviously, once again, the Bloodthirsters are the biggest threat on the field, together with those Minotaurs. It looks like it doesn't want to fight our Elemental Bear directly, but that does afford us extra time to continue firing on it. Alright, come on, Bear. Distracted. Don't let it go after our ranged units. This thing needs to die. It especially needs to die before the main enemy line breaks through our own lines and gets into the city proper. As this choke point obviously is not being held to the same degree as the first choke point was, because all of our ranged units were there. Oh, losing my voice a little bit. If I sound a little bit different, that's why. Alrighty, how are you doing, Bloodthirster? Pretty bad, and ooh, looks like he's going after our Patriarch now with his 25% HP remaining. I think that's more than enough to kill the Patriarch, so they really gotta be careful there. Alright. 3 units, I think, shooting him now. Patriarch is now at probably 1 hit away from dying. Yep, and is gonna break. Fortunately, the Bloodthirster is at 10% HP, and it looks like it got distracted and decided to go after another unit. Also, at the same time, our first tower, a lightning tower, comes up. I was waiting to get these things up, because I was thinking that the lightning tower, the piercing tower, is gonna be a lot more useful than an arrow tower, especially as we have a lot of those highly armored units to contend with in the form of Khorne. And there we go, 1 more hit from the tower. I don't know if that hit, but together with the Winged Lancers, hopefully we can bring that Bloodthirster down. There we go. Oh, huh. His like little roar explosion actually seems to knock away units. I wonder if it also does damage. That'll be interesting. Just explode in a pile of blood and damage everybody. Anyway, let's take a look at what's going on here. Unfortunately, the Zargard that were holding this choke point fell to the power of the Minotaurs and the Gorebeast chariots, backed up by Bloodletters and Warriors of Khorne, so we are going to have to use these Kossars with spears to hold the line. Our Patriarch did survive, though he is still only 1 hit away, and we are going to have to be real careful there. Over on this side, however, the choke point is victorious, which makes sense considering we committed most of our forces to this side. Just going to get a few extra hits via our ranged units on those Warriors of Khorne, so that the ones that are still not shattered don't actually come back. Otherwise, the rest of our units are going to start moving towards this choke point, as we do have to deal with the Minotaurs. We at the same time also have to be dealing with this summoned unit of Bloodletters. It's gonna be a close one, it looks like. And getting a little lag here, unfortunately. Hopefully not permanently so, game. Don't do this to me now. Uh-oh. Come on. Game. Hopefully this isn't my PC. No, okay, it's good now. I don't know what that was. Sometimes I'm worried that it's the lightning, because every time my computer sees lightning, or my graphics card, I guess, tries to render the lightning, it lags. But it looks like we're fixed. Got real worried for a second there. And damn, yeah, those summoned Bloodletters really do a number on our units. Especially since they're going to distract this unit of Kossars with spears from firing. At the very least, the Ice Guard aren't distracted, and none of the other Kossar units are either, so they should hopefully be able to apply their range shots to those Minotaurs. Yeah, our Kossars here are dropping quite quickly, but together with that tower, maybe we can bring down at least the Minotaurs and the Gorebeast chariots. There we go. The amount of ranged fire is now increasing, though unfortunately we're also starting to run out of ammunition. We're also keeping our unit of Winged Lancers right here, ready to charge as soon as those remnants of that Kossar unit is dead. Looks like the Minotaurs are out of the picture, however, and now the Gorebeast chariots that just need to be dealt with, who are now being focused down together, I believe, with only 2 chariots remaining, and those at fairly low HP. At the same time as all this is happening, the enemy units are moving up with their Bloodletters. I decided to move the Kossovite Dervishes in to distract them, hopefully long enough to deal with this, so that we can get this choke point up and running. I also want to point out that our other 2 units of Kossovite Dervishes are still distracting those Exalted Bloodletters and that Herald of Khorne, so they're paying for themselves. Finally, we are getting a second tower up and running right now. It should be about here somewhere. I remember exactly where I built it. Or is it back here? It's back here. And there we go. This is a little bit distant, but if the enemy does make it through the choke point, then not so much. Alrighty, final Gorebeast chariots still alive, but running away, and hopefully to be brought down by the Ice Guard and the Kossars. Alrighty, beautiful. Down goes the Gorebeast. And it looks like the second choke point will be done as well. The Chaos Warriors of Khorne will be chased down by those Winged Lancers, while the rest of our units try to move up to this choke point. It looks like the Kossovite Dervishes held and actually allowed us to do a little bit of damage to this Bloodletters of Khorne unit. The tower has been going after them, and yeah, these guys should be done for. Though there are other enemies to move towards this choke afterwards. I think we're actually doing pretty good. The troop count... Let's see, we've lost a little over 500 units, and not so bad considering almost all the elites of the enemy army are dead, and 2 units are still distracted, and there's still a Chaos Warriors of Khorne unit running around. Pretty damn nice. Getting our Kossovite Dervishes in here as it's time to allow the enemy to approach now that this choke point is good. I'm also worried about the repeated summons of the Bloodletters. That could certainly do quite a lot of damage to us as they, damn, they drop our units quickly. So look at that. Fortunately, these guys were out of ammo, but yeah, it's a really good summon ability. certainly seems quite a bit more effective than the Menace below, just by virtue of the unit type that gets summoned. I do wonder how many uses the AI has of this. This has got to be the 3rd or the 4th use. It's not infinite, right? I hope it's not infinite, because then obviously it's a detriment to keep the battle going. No, it can't be infinite, because if it was infinite, you could just keep your army back the entire time and kill the enemy very slowly via summons, and I think the devs would have thought of that as being a bad idea. Anyway, it looks like our Ice Guard have run out of ammo, so we're going to put them up right behind the armored Kossars to apply their glaives to any large enemy units, specifically that Herald of Khorne. Alrighty, and our ammunition is very, very low, though I think we're looking pretty good at this point. Our Patriarch is still here hiding behind the rest of the units, but applying his aura. Alrighty. I don't think it's premature to say that we should have this. Unless something insane happens with this guy charging us at the same time as the rest of his units, plus a summon dropping on top of our units, causing them to somehow chain route, perhaps via Terrify, or Terror rather. Do you have Fear or Terror? I know you have Fear. Okay, so it's not as bad. Alright, here comes the charge. Nice animation with that Juggernaut. Alright, how many shots have you taken, by the way? Not lost a lot of HP, but to be fair, it's a moving target, so a little bit difficult to hit. Obviously gonna move those Ice Guard with glaives in to apply that anti-large, and now that the enemy is standing still, we should be doing a little bit more damage to him as well. At the same time, those units that still have ammunition have been moved up to over here, though that ammunition is sparse, just to do a little bit of extra damage to those Chaos Warriors of Khorne moving around back there, especially as they're halberdiers and thus don't have shields. We also have one more Exalted Bloodletters of Khorne, though I think if we manage to kill the enemy lord, the enemy army will probably rout at this point. Though, interestingly enough, the balance of power is actually in their favor and not ours, so I guess they ain't out of it yet. It's gonna be a toughie to bring this guy down, especially as we don't have a elite unit to deal with him. At least one that can hit single targets. At least the tower is here. And it looks like, unfortunately, this tower isn't actually able to take shots at him, so I do regret building this one. I should have just started to build a couple towers here like I'm doing right there. Oh well. At the very least, for next time, I know that this tower can't range him. I guess it can't fire through these buildings, huh? Looks like the enemy lord's now at a little bit lower than half HP, though. Though he is knocking many an Ice Guard and Armored Kossar aside. Ah, damn, this turned out to be a long battle. But a really enjoyable one, I think. Once again, it's those, it's the fun with those basic troops. And here come those Chaos Warriors, but the enemy Lord is also done for. So the Exalted Bloodletters are wavering due to army losses. Their Lord just died, and it looks like with that, as I predicted, that is enough of a morale shock to end the battle. A couple more shots probably, but these guys are now banished and are running away. I'm actually surprised they're running. They're banished, so they should. Oh, they just moved away for whatever reason. Maybe they saw the cab back there. I was like, wait a second, demon units don't rout, they banish. Ooh, beautiful, well done to everybody. We're gonna give chase to the last enemy unit with all of our cav, but it looks like this army will be dead or non-viable. I don't know if any of the other units escaped, but we certainly pretty much destroyed this thing. Here come the Winged Lancers. And taking a while to bring this unit down, considering we have max speed and 4 units attacking it. Granted, a lot of them have lost quite a few models, so it's more like 2 units, but still. They are routing. Yeah, but to be fair, we also have like no armor pierce on the Kislev dervishes at the very least. Do Winged Lancers do armor piercing? No. Okay, so no armor piercing at all here. Yeah, okay, no wonder it's taking them forever to down a single unit of Chaos Warriors of Khorne. Although I do imagine the Winged Lancers, by virtue of having lances, do more armor-piercing damage than the Kislev dervishes do. But there we are, a Pyrrhic victory perhaps, but a well-earned one, and a pretty fun one. Let's see the damage. Alright, well that actually wasn't too bad at all. We did lose some units, but we still had quite a few remaining at the end. The Bloodthirsters went down without doing anything crazy. In fact, while 8,000 damage is still pretty damn solid. In fact, I think one of the Bloodthirsters still managed to do the most damage that any of the other units did, but at the very least, that second one did very, very little. So yeah, you got gunned down, or arrowed down, or whatever down, and then the other one did a little bit of damage. But I'm willing to bet at least some of this damage is probably due to our summoned elemental bears, so maybe this isn't even as much as it looks like. Anyway, let's take the 3.5k, mostly because this army is no longer viable. And I take it survives with the one hound in the army? Yeah. A little bit annoying that the army still stays alive after that, but all good. I mean, I'm actually kind of glad that we fought that via settlement rather than... Ooh, Sarl gone. Than via having the army catch up, because that was pretty fun. Anyway, our allies have just attacked a settlement and taken Aelhard. Yeah, they're definitely going to move through Gristle Valley and Kirik Ziflin. I would have loved to have these for our markets as well to increase them further, but I think our allies are going to take those. Trollheim Mountain's going to rebel. Damn. I was going to move Uragni to go find... to go find Scarbrand, but if this is gonna rebel, we might want to destroy the rebellion first. Alrighty, Uragni then sits here, at least for a little while. Don't go into the settlement, I'm gonna allow it to rebel. Ooh, Altar of Spawns just fell to Cornate units, though. And, Scarbrand might be stuck. And might have something to do with the rift here, so we could go over here and kill him to quote-unquote rescue him, or at the very least unstuck him, so that would allow his faction to continue doing things. Now you are the army that we're going to go after, but let's destroy Mr. Bloodfeaster first, even if it's as a tiny army, but nonetheless. Auto-resolve this. Free XP after all. And then we'll kill the captives. And there we go. Now, casualties captured post-battle. Oh, I actually wanted one of those when we were out. You're going to go back to Awaken the Land. You are going to march stance over here. You have another Bloodfeaster to chase. And, wait, are you able to... Yeah, you're just going to walk past Prague. There's no way that he's going to attack it. No way at all. You go after Hargroth next turn because you're exhausted right now. Alright, who else needs to do stuff? Boris. Ooh, wait, Ice Court. We won Tempest last time, so let's go Ice this time. Now you have Artillerist and Ice Charioteer. Ooh, both decent picks, and... Oh, I really hate this one. Glacial Blaster. You know what? Maybe I should do the other one a few times, just to see if it opens up some different things. I doubt it's a chain, as in I think it's always random, but you never know. You know, we have a lot of armies with war sleds already. So I guess Artillerist is probably the higher value one, because, you know, a lot of our armies are still going to be using little Groms. And it looks like the Baleful Prince is right on the edge of this. Boris might be able to reach him. And if he is, we'll get another cinematic battle out of it. Let's see. Actually, wait. For Boris's army, this actually looks pretty pathetic. Might just fight it regular style. Ah, he's out.
Follow the bear.
It's okay, he can't get away now, because we do still have the Purge the Steppes on, so we're fine. Let's get you some farms, though, while we're here. Hey. There we go, better. Ah, it does annoy me that we had to run Boris all the way down here. Now, what is going on back here? You don't appear to have taken care of Vrag. Ah, 1 second, I have to move my cat. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. If we take Carrick Vrag, here's the issue. You're gonna lose, like, most of your army, because, like, all of the war sleds are gonna be down to either 2 or 1 unit, which will mean that if he attacks us, it'll be quite problematic. What's the likelihood of you attacking us there? It exists. It certainly exists. Wait, Carrick Vrag is a settlement capital. Huh. Oh wait, this is the Mountains of Morn. Can we actually... We can get walls here, or can we not? I don't know. I've never tried, I'm actually curious. These are ogre settlements, but are we actually able to get walls here? Because if we go for Karak Vrag, you know what? I think we just risk it. Screw it. I'm just gonna hope that there isn't a full stack right beside us here somewhere. Just colonize. Oh, 207. Yeah, that's basically all of our war sleds. Yeah, they're all down to 1. Oh well, it is what it is. Otherwise we would have never gotten it. When outside Ogre or Norscan homeland adds walls to the settlement. We are not outside of Ogre homeland, so I take it we cannot in fact get walls here. And I take it the same thing goes for this. Yeah, when outside Ogre or Norscan homeland. So all of these will be non-walled. And that's obviously going to be an issue. Ideally, we take a few Cathay territories to essentially block that. And oh, look, it's the Tusked Sons. We need to keep them alive until we can declare war and destroy these guys. In fact, if this camp is here, we should probably keep you, Marat Fedosov, alive until we can move you down here to destroy the camp. In fact, it might even be beneficial to... Wait, did you guys just lose a province? You do, they're down to 2. They used to have 3. Oh, I wonder who they're fighting. It'd be really easy to take them both. Even with just like a stack of nothing but Kossars, just like a garbage Kossar stack. You know what? I think we're gonna do that. You, go for Kossars and go for Kossars. Like so. I'm almost tempted to get a temporary mage in here. And we could recruit a Frost Maiden and just delete it later. Just to make it... yeah. Fine, we'll do this. -1. We will get a temporary mage, but over here, away from those agents, because they might kill... oh, actually. If it's a temporary Frost Maiden... okay, wait, here's what we'll do. Income from buildings, perfect vigor. Who's the most worthless one? Okay, not you. You're actually useful. Troll, attrition, perfect vigor. Perfect vigor, glacial blast. Yeah, you're worthless. And you are Tempest, yes? No, you're ice, damn. Although ice could help as well with the ice sheets. And Death Frost, but I was thinking Tempest to buff up the range of the giant pile of, well, ranged units. Damn, alright, fine. Let's look for another worthless one. Perfect Vigor, no, we'll keep the one because it has Cav. This one. You, temporary summon.
Frost Maiden.
Yeah, Warhorse Warbear, you can join this army. You are going to, however, do several things. First of all, Hailstorm maxed out, Guardian Call maxed out. We want to get Freezing Winds and Gust of True Flight, because that's going to be spammable. I do want you to get, at the very least, Blizzard, or wait. Blizzard or Hawks of Miska? You know what? Hawks of Miska does not do armor piercing, whereas this does, so I think Blizzard is the pick. So let's go level 2, we will... we could spend it here, or we could get the extra action success chance, maybe even assassinate somebody. But you know what, we might need you to fight, and if you're fighting the ogres, you might as well have spell work available. Let's go Magical Reserves, Blizzard, Arcane Condon, we have 1 point left over, which, Biting Wind, not very useful against ogres. We already have 2 points in Hailstorm, which kind of is. I don't really care about the charge, because that gives us nothing. 3% extra success chance for Assassinate. I think that's the way we go. I mean, we're going to delete this hero soon anyway. And can you just do this? Ah, damn, we can't do it in the same turn. Moved very slightly, but couldn't quite do it. Yeah, we also wanted to get a Patriarch here somewhere, which I believe was going to be Tsar Nagrand, to act as an assassin out there. We have Knowledgeable. I guess we'll go for Knowledgeable. It doesn't really matter that much. And there we go. This is all costing us extra cash, though. Alright, Specialist, Wound, Damage Building, Cleanse Corruption, and Hinder Replenishment. Alright, we gotta make sure to get them off the mounts at some point. Hopefully I'll remember between the episodes. Now, let's get everybody else moving. Blood of the Defender. Damn, I wanted you to reach Marineberg this time around, but it looks like we'll have to do that next time. Alright, fine. I guess the question will be whether we head down to Fort Bergbris now or later, because our allies might take it, which I'm not a big fan of. Also, it looks like Scrag's gonna be ready to go in a couple turns. We gotta be ready for that as well. Turn 3, yeah? Wait, is this Salzenmund? No, this is still Rosh, damn. I was hoping we could move into this territory with Beledna the Defender. Ooh, actually, this is Salzenmund. Man, I mean, he could waste a turn, move here, which would reduce the time it takes to build this. There's potential for it. We could also, I suppose, move you out. You know what we could do? We could have Serena Katerin move up here, take Castle Alexandrinov, and then land at Dietershofen and destroy Scrag there. I don't think she's defeated Scrag, so we would get a benefit from the... from defeating him, although I think it has to do with Winds of Magic, although I'm not entirely sure, if I remember correctly. Svetlana Ritsto, you are going to stay as you are. Assassin. Kill Demahar, please, if you can. Ah, damn failure. Nah, at least you tried. And you didn't die. Unlike a certain critical failure that we know. The next assassin. Do you really have nobody in reach? Damn. Okay, well, I'll move up here then.
The Orthodoxy orders me on.
Hello, Redbound. Ugh, we're so gonna get a plague for attacking that. Guaranteed, isn't it? Money, you don't need to move. Tech Thief, you do. Go back to Marineberg. Wait, 19 versus 39? Yeah, definitely go back to Marineberg. We'll prioritize that. I want that Marineberg Harbor. Alright, beautiful. That's another steel tech, and I believe that's another end turn as well. Everything's good with the Ataman... Atamans? Ataman? What? Nope, it does say Atamans, okay. I was wondering what the plural of that was, but it answered itself. Okay, good. And I just want to double check the buildings. Okay, so farms. Plesk. Farms. We don't need this... Wait. Everything's maxed out, so we don't need this anymore. And we don't need this anymore. We'll replace that with more farms, more money. And you are going back to Awaken the Land. Good. Giant Hole Mountains, Winterpire or Sioktraken? I think it's gotta be... Let's see. Which one's safer? They land here. Honestly, it's hard to say, but I can see an enemy up here, so he's closer to Winterpire, so let's go for Winterpire. These things upgrade quite quickly anyway. Then Sioktraken, and you need walls. Krakadorden, build up the next level of walls, as well as now, finally, a market. Alright. Yeah, if we had done this... Actually, it wouldn't have made any difference. Alright, anyway, Midland. Oh, you can upgrade to level 3 immediately. Beautiful. That's very helpful. You, at least, will be able to hold, unlike Salzenmund right now. And I do believe now that's good. Yes? Wait. Mountains of Morn. Oh, no. Karakazorn. You leveled up quite quickly. Let's get Black Fang leveling up. Let's get a wall immediately in Karakazorn, just in case. I mean, there's nobody here, but still, just in case. And we'll get Firemouth after. Osterwald. Yes. Yes, and... Market. Lovely. More money. I'd love to get materials at sea, or whatever the thing that we got last time from the sea buff. Yeah. I'm definitely starting to think that we need to send somebody out, like an army out to sea permanently, but honestly we need to hold this line, and we'll establish a new line here, so we'll have a massive front against the enemy. Anyway, Garrison Lord not moved, ignored, unassigned skill points ignored, imminent rebellion in Trollheim Mountains, that's why Uragni's there. He will not have any trouble with any kind of rebellion. Money doesn't need to move. And next turn, go. Alright, let's see if we get attacked again. Every time, Ventress, every time. Come on now.
You have traveled a long way.
You're the last Cathayan faction left alive. Oh, you actually want a defensive alliance, eh? I will think about this. I might do this eventually, but the thing is, I want to betray and kill this ogre faction, so we will, if we do this, we will do this after that ogre faction is dead. And what's this? Hero recruited at Patriarch. Yeah, we'll do the Patriarch. I think we've read this one before. Why did I want the Patriarch? Just in case it has discipline or something good. Trollheim Mountains Rebellion. I just want to see what you have got first. Nope. None of that, please. Alright, Trollheim. Assassinated Beledna Uritzdo. I did say I should summon it here instead. That's funny. That's pretty funny. Pinforks, you're back. Ooh, hello. Oh, that's very concerning. Oh, that is extremely concerning. In fact, it is so concerning we're going to abandon Karak Rag because we can't take a siege here. This army isn't meant for it. And while we could certainly fight this army, not with half our own army, I think. Right? They have 3 soul grinders. They don't have much of a melee force, but with our war sleds reduced like this. Man, I don't know. I mean, either way, we don't have time to do this right now, but, I gotta think about that one. Creator for you, yes. Ice Court back again. Campaigner, and, melee defense +4 versus enemy hero success chance. You're a Frost Maiden hero. I'm gonna go with Campaigner. You are a hero. Maybe we'll actually get one that should act as an assassin or a field agent, maybe another tech stealer. We still have a lot of tech to do. Alrighty, and then you, better swords and better bows. Okay, so here's the question. Do we have one of these that has better bows, and do we have one that has better swords? I don't know. Let's go better bows. I think we have one that's similar to that, so it probably won't matter. Alrighty, well, I believe that's about it. I don't think we can... we can catch you. Good, alrighty. Do we want to fight this real quick? No, we don't really have the time. I guess that'll be one of the things to do next time. Okay, you know what? I'm going to call it here. I'm going to do a little bit of the admin between the episodes so that we are a little bit quicker next time around. And speaking of next time around, we'll have Boris start the episode off by... I hope I'm not wrong about the timing this time. Have Boris attack this. We'll have you take Marineberg. In fact, just take Marineberg right now. And this is auto-resolve. We'll just take this. Oh, wow.
It is Kislev's now.
Lichbone Pennant, Exchange Informant. We've taken quite a bit of damage on those Demigryph Knights. Tech Thief, you are at 11. Kill this Malkrad the Great Guffer, please. Please don't die. That's a failure, but it's okay. Yeah, I got a free bodyguard out of it anyway. And let's see, Marineberg Harbor at the highest level gives us an extra 1,000 gold, buffed up to 1720. And then possibly buffed up by this as well. And Marineberg itself generates... Okay, I think that's just a normal money generating thing. That's the only thing you can build here, right? Well, you can also build dyes, so... Not quite. I do think I want to get rid of this church, however, and replace it with a growth structure. But otherwise, there we go. We have Marineberg, and that's what we wanted, and now I guess the goal is to take Gorsel, Brokewater, and Fort Burgbus, and we've almost taken out the ogres, man. I'm really happy about that. It's been a while. They've been a thorn in our side, but I think it's very appropriate that Beledna's been the one to essentially destroy the faction after dealing with them for so long. Anyway, as I said, I'm going to call it here next time. At the very least, Boris will fight. We'll try to chase down this army belonging to Bloodfeaster with Svetlana Stefanovich, and then maybe Uragni will find himself somebody to fight. Because there's a full stack here belonging to Zinch. There's a bunch of Exiles of Khorne stuff going on out here. I might even have to hold on to the Forbidden Citadel as a new territory to essentially put a guard army on, kind of like we're doing here. Because this seems like a locus of enemies for them to come down while we take the... while we take Norska for ourselves. But anyway, that's all something that we'll have to deal with next time. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.